The year 2023. One of the most interesting buildings in the world, Skylight Tower, stood in the middle of New York. This 110-floor skyscraper shone like stars at night. Tourists visited in large numbers to see the city from its glass deck. But for the past few months, a strange phenomenon was occurring. Whenever someone used the high-speed elevator, it went up smoothly. But at the 47th floor, it suddenly stopped. The doors would open by themselves. The galleries were empty, lights flickered eerily, and a strange supernatural air spread. Anyone attempting to step out found the doors slamming shut before the elevator continued upwards. This phenomenon kept repeating. The tower architects were baffled. Engineers investigated the issue, but found no technical faults. CCTV footage revealed a shocking detail. Whenever the door opened on the 47th floor, a strange glitch appeared, as if something invisible was interfering with the system. No one could understand what was happening. Finally, the building authorities contacted the designer of Skylight Tower, French engineer Marco Leclerc. When asked about the mysterious occurrences, Marco's face turned pale, and his fingers trembled slightly on the table. After a long silence, Marco took a deep breath and spoke. "I thought this mystery would be buried forever, but it is still alive." The room fell silent as he continued, his voice heavy with fear and regret. Before Skylight Tower was built, an old building stood here, Caldwell Asylum, a mental hospital. It was infamous for its cruel treatments. Patients were tortured, given electric shocks, and locked away forever. But one particular room held the darkest secret, Isolation Room 47. Marco's voice trembled. A patient named Eleanor Price was confined there. She was abandoned by her parents when she was 13. She claimed to see shadows and hear voices from the walls. The doctors tried everything, shock treatments, starvation, but she never stopped babbling about the spirits. One night, chaos erupted. Eleanor locked herself inside Isolation Room 47. She wrote something on the walls with her own blood. "It's not me, it's them, they are here." The next morning, the hospital staff was found dead. No one knew how it happened. Eleanor had vanished without a trace. Years later, when the tower was built, workers discovered remains buried underground. They removed them without a second thought. But Marco feared that Eleanor never truly left. "She's still there," he whispered, "waiting for someone she likes." The investigation team was shocked. But why does Eleanor only stop the elevator? Why hasn't she harmed anyone? Marco's eyes darkened. "Who said she hasn't?" A deep silence filled the room. The team hesitated. "What do you mean?" Marco's voice turned grim. "Have you ever wondered what happened to the people who stepped out on the 47th floor?" A chilling realization settled over the investigators. They checked old records. What they found froze them in fear. Over the past 3 years, 11 people had taken the elevator to the 47th floor. None of them ever came back. Their names were in the system, but no trace of them existed beyond that point. "Eleanor is still here," Marco whispered. "And she's not leaving." The very next day, the 47th floor was sealed permanently. No one was allowed to enter. But even that did not end the horror.